Hey everybody, welcome to Nostalgia Nights, talking about the Mario movie. We got me, we got Richard,
Wahoo!
and we got the Jesse Man,
Let's go.
aka wait, I have to look. What I mean, actually, it's not Jesse. It's Jesse Frozen Shill 420, bro.
Shut up.
And I'm Scott Tangled fan 69. We don't have a funny Disney themed nickname for Richard. He's
Wow,
Richard.
I am so out of the loop
Richard
on this.
hashtag Lightyear was peak fiction.
What?
Richard,
Hashtag
Classic.
Lightyear defender.
classic Toy Story fan.
Can't wait for Toy Story 5.
It's Richard. It's a reference to one of the Super Mario 64s that came out
Okay.
2 days ago.
Yeah, I figured as much. I have yet to watch some of those.
Yeah,
I know how you like to edit those thumbnails.
the thumbnail for that one has Rapunzel and Frozen, and Mario's just staring at him
Yeah.
on tall mountain. No, tiny huge island. So, man, I'm kind of excited because part 18 has a good thumbnail too.
I just love how it's like all these normal Mario levels, and then we get to like part 12, and it's Korg and who? More
No, actually, that's part. I'm looking at it right now. It's part 11.
part 11.
And then part 13 has the shadow guy from Hat in
Oh, the
Time,
Snatcher.
Shovel Knight, and then it has both of the dragons from Hailfire Peaks because Jesse hates Hailfire Peaks.
Rock the dragon.
You know what? I've grown because that was filmed back in 2019. I would say that I can't stand Pterodactyland more now.
That's valid.
Yeah, like Pterodactyland is just a giant wide open space, and that T-Rex transformation is so cool. And you only get to use it for like 2 jiggies.
So this is how long these have been sitting around. I edited the thumbnails for the podcast this morning, to make it to go with how I've been adjusting everything, and the first podcast I literally say, yeah, Shovel Knight is finished. I just need to make some thumbnails and stuff. Super Mario 64 we have finished.
King Knight wasn't even out yet.
Yeah. Or no, but in the first podcast, I'm like, yeah, Super Mario 64 should be out soon. I just need to make the thumbnails and stuff. It's been like 3 or 4 years since then, and Mario 64 is finally coming out. That's how terrible I am at.
Wahoo! A final release.
But
it takes time.
Yeah, I mean, because I stopped uploading stuff.
Or a small
November
trio.
24th, 2021.
Life happens.
And then July 13, 2022, I uploaded a Sonic Origins glitch. And then April is when we brought her back from the dead again. Her being the channel.
Yep.
I don't know why it's a girl. But anyway, yeah, so that's enough aside. So April, it's a Saturday. We're all just chilling, and we're here to talk about the Super Mario Brothers movie, not the porno one that Jesse was talking about earlier.
Oh my gosh!
But the actual one.
You too, my gosh.
Starring John Leguizamo and who's the other guy? Captain Lou Albano.
No, wrong one. Yeah, and you go to hell before you die.
I see him. Seem to have
Is it Bob Hoskins? Bob Hoskins? Was that who it was? John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins, yeah. No, actually, we're talking about the Illumination one, the Chris Pratt and stuff.
Ah, okay. I knew I was missing an inside joke.
Yeah, or I was referencing the original
The
live
original
action.
and the Super Show.
Or yeah, I did. I did reference both actually. Speaking of which, also Super
Shows how
Mario
much a
Land
fan
is
I
the
am.
best Mario cartoon. Don't at me.
It's not a football, Luigi. It's a stone.
Oh, Super Mario
Stone,
World
Luigi.
is one of my favorites. So
Or
I'll let you have your land for the cartoon.
her is it Super Mario Land? Is that what it's called?
Um,
Super Mario Land cartoon.
is it Land or World? Because I think it's
I
World.
think it.
The game is World.
Let's see. Super Mario World TV series. Uh, this one's the one that has Yoshi. Super Mario World is the one with Yoshi. I mean, and not I'm talking about the show.
Mhm.
What? Oh, The Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3. That's the best Mario program or
Ah,
Mario cartoon, in my opinion. And I'm only saying that because that's probably the only one I've watched the most of. So
I have not watched any of the cartoons.
maybe sometime when you come over, we could watch an episode because I have the DVDs still. I think
All right, you can culture
I
me.
have the whole series, and it's kind of fun. And they reference the music a lot, which is a theme that I will get into later because that's like the best part of the Mario movie
Mhm.
is the music. Okay, but before we like get into the plot and stuff, what's you guys's like let's just do a pre review kind of like I gave it this many thumbs up or this many stars or something, just kind of a brief synopsis of your thoughts.
You first, Richard.
Well, if it were Mario Party 6, I was in, if I can remember the board right, Fair Square, and it's nighttime, and the moon has the coin set for 5, and I got 45 coins. I'd say it's a good 9 out of 10 stars.
Was that math? Was that math? Did you just use math?
Yep.
Uh,
Because in Fair Square,
Okay.
you can buy as many stars as you have money for.
Oh, okay. I get. I totally now. I got it, but now I totally get it. Yeah, Jesse, what about you?
For me, it's very funny because I'll have a story about my viewing and
I have a story about mine too.
but you saw it before I did, and you were like, "Hey, you're gonna love this," and I was like, "Okay." I went in optimistic, I went in excited, and I loved it. Is this movie perfect? Absolutely not, and we'll get into that later. But yeah, that loved it, loved it.
What number would you give it? How many coins would you spend at the square?
I would give this 8.5 power stars out of 10.
You can't buy a half Power Star.
Okay,
Like,
fine.
actually, no, I'm curious.
Your rating stands. I'm just saying, how do you buy half a Power Star?
Um
Was it like 8 Power Stars and a Luma friend?
yes. No, it's 8 power stars and a couple star bits.
Okay.
It's star bits.
Let's see. I gotta quick look one thing up real quick, and then I'll say my thing. Okay, I I give it like a seven stars because that's how many stars are in Super Mario 64 in a given world.
Woo!
Um, no, I really like it's probably more like a eight, 8 out of 10. It's really good. It brought out something in me that I didn't quite expect with, especially not with Mario. I've always been more of a Sonic kid, and I didn't realize how much nostalgia I have for Mario as well. So, yeah, it's really good. Highly recommend. Go see it. Again, it also like busted Frozen 2 and a bunch of other things, and I think it's actually close to like breaking a few other like highest grossing movies thing.
Was that your
Is that
inspiration for
right?
certain thumbnails of your Super Mario 64 playthrough?
Oh no, there was no inspiration there.
Okay.
Generally, the way I do my thumbnails is like more. It more has to do with like what we talk about in the episode sometimes, or sometimes it's just like, oh, this would be kind of clever or weird. But
I do just see this Hollywood Reporter article from 4 hours ago saying that the milestone Super Mario Bros. Movie crossing $1 billion globally. So yeah,
oh,
it's breaking lots of the records.
I mean, really, it's also I think been making more bank than like the last 2 or 3 Marvel movies even. Because I think all of them hadn't crossed the billions from what I heard at least. Like Ant-Man I think in particular did really pretty poorly.
Well, I know relating to the James Cameron Avatar movies, he was banking on 2 reaching at least $1 billion or something to have a good turnaround. But Mario is, yeah, Mario must have some sort of hidden blocks stored away. He just keeps on banking on them for the coinage.
Yeah, he's been playing a game of Mario Party 2, and he's hit all those secret blocks, and they're not just coins; they're stars as well. Hey Jesse, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. You've been unusually
Oh
quiet.
no, I'm
so.
just I'm leaving room for you two to talk. I'm trying not to be overly gushy because I'm going to.
Get on that, bro.
Well,
You're
a
the
lot
one
of my
who I
gushing
figured
involves
would gush the most.
spoilers. A lot of my gushing involves spoilers.
Yeah. Maybe let's just should we just put a spoiler warning now?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna get into spoilers. I mean, at this point, it's been a few weeks anyway, so it's not like we're spoiling anything like first day, but still be aware there are gonna be spoilers, and I'll try to also put that in the description or something as well. But Jesse, start gushing
Okay.
because
Oh
you're
my
the
gosh,
one
the
I
music in
expect
this
you to
movie,
gush.
the music, the references. They even took the Mario Kart 8 kart selection music and made it epic.
And
Like, oh my gosh, and then the visual references, I loved this movie. I loved it so much. I laughed. I even got a little teared up. I'm sure we'll get into it further and deeper. I do have a couple qualms, but this movie, if it did anything, it made me like the nostalgic. I felt like a little kid. I felt
you stole what I was gonna say. I was literally gonna say this. Like it brought in an inner child, or brought out an inner child
yeah.
in me.
You know, I was ecstatic to go see it after weeks of, because I just recently saw it, but I was more excited to see Peach in action as Super Princess Peach than really seeing Mario.
How dare you? You know, Peach is my.
I know, but I'm just like,
my baby.
it's a Mario movie. You think Mario may do most of the action, but here's Peach, and she's the heroine of the movie.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Mario does have his shining moments, of course, but
Yeah.
I think Peach has more of them in the movie.
Well, also Luigi gets his shining moment at the end. That made me feel good because
Mario and
Peach,
Luigi, yeah.
Peach is like my favorite Mario character, but Luigi is a very close second. So and I think actually that was like one of the coolest parts of the movie was at that time. But I want to go back to what Jesse said with the music. The music, like, there's so many references like hidden throughout, and every time I would pick it up, I'd be like, oh, for instance, the underground theme
Yeah.
gets referenced when they find the pipe. Uh, the classic World 1 is referenced probably a few times. I think. I mean, that's like its most iconic song. But the one that I kind of geeked out the most was the Bowser, like the Bowser a song from 3D World, Bowser's Fury, like the what is it called?
I
Like
didn't pick that one up because I haven't played through the, the new version, or well, Bowser's Fury at all.
or the Bowser's Fury part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's in one of the scenes, and I love that song. Like it's super cool. They even kind of had motifs of Luigi's
Yep.
Mansion. Jesse, you mentioned the Mario Kart 8.
The fact that Luigi's ringtone was the GameCube startup sound effect.
Yes, that was
That was
glorious.
dope.
I
I don't use that word lightly.
I heard because some people one thing people did I at least heard one or two people mention was the overuse of like certain pop culture type music, like "Take on Me"
I didn't think it
and
was
a few
overused
other.
because I know
Uh,
it was used in a few spots,
well,
but
no, it overused in the sense more of just media in general.
okay.
Like "Take on Me," you hear it a lot of like movies and stuff, along with like some of the other songs. But from what I heard, they actually had tracks. They originally had tracks, but I think the studio was like, no, you put in this song and stuff, because like there were original tracks that they basically got taken out and
Well,
replaced with those songs,
well,
which
it's probably
I would have been interested in.
it's probably similar to why they casted certain Hollywood actors and actresses for the voice acting as the main cast
Yeah,
to potentially draw in more of attendance than just the video game players.
yeah, to make it a little bit more normie
Yeah.
friendly, I think. Um, but should we just kind of walk through the plot and then gush about certain parts that we liked, or certain characters, or characters that we disliked with an intense hatred that even someone's mother said, "How dare they?"
Oh.
Oh, wow. Are we subtweeting? We subtweeting?
Uh,
We
yes, yes.
subtweeting up in here?
Or what did your mom actually say about the Luma?
She didn't like the nihilistic Luma. She was like the first time she was
Like,
like, okay, like the joke didn't really land with her, but that's not her style of humor. But then the Luma kept going. So she wasn't a fan of the Luma. I also wasn't, because one of my big complaints of this movie is that we did not get a lot of Luigi. We didn't get a lot of Luigi, and Charlie Day was perfect casting. So in that scene, like where Cranky Kong gets dropped in the cage there, and Luigi and him are sitting there, maybe the two of them could have an interaction. Maybe they could talk about Mario and Donkey Kong, and like Luigi's like, "Don't worry, my brother's with them," and Cranky Kong could be like, "We're doomed," or something like that. Like,
you know,
but no, the stupid Luma kept getting lines, and it was like,
uh, well, so I had an idea for that part though. It would have been more interesting if instead of Cranky Kong being the one that Luigi was interacting with, have like Diddy Kong.
oh, that'd be sick, because they're both like the sidekick. They're the player twos.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, that's literally kind of what I was thinking. I was like, and then also they could have like tried to formulate sort of a plan or something, like together to like get with their respective
No,
partners,
but we had
But
to have more nihilistic Luma. Like,
yeah, but I mean, but here, let's start from the beginning, and then we'll eventually get to the
yes.
nihilistic
Oh my
Luma, and then
gosh.
you can rant.
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, no. First we open with Bowser. We get the shot that we had in that first teaser.
Yeah.
Bushy penguins.
Oh, wait, did you just reference the Mario Party
Yep.
minigame?
Because that's what
Okay,
that opening
okay.
scene made me think about.
It made me think of that, but it also made me think of Mario 64. They should have
Oh yeah.
what they should have done was sicked the angry mom on Bowser.
Oh,
Bowser wouldn't have stood a chance against that giant penguin. He's
because
that's not my baby.
yeah.
And then charge at him
Well, yeah.
He should
in
have
the
thrown the
movie.
penguin off a cliff.
Oh, you
No,
just talked
not
about
thrown.
hating a
Stop.
nihilistic Luma. Why would you throw the pure baby off a cliff?
No, that's a Mario
How dare
64
you?
reference.
I
How
know it
dare
is,
you
but
to
how
penguin.
dare you?
No, you know what? No, there should have been a really big penguin who's like, "Hey man, want to race?" And Bowser just like uppercuts the penguin.
Yeah.
He ain't got time
But
for
yeah,
that invisible track.
Bowser attacks the penguin city,
Yeah,
I guess.
burns it all down.
Yeah, in a really kind of cool scene. And then steals the superstar. And then cut to Brooklyn,
Oh yeah,
right?
a real life New Donk City.
Yeah, and then it's Mario, and they're in the Punch Out restaurant,
Yeah,
The
and
commercial
the
plays.
punch
Charles
out
Martinet
photos.
Charles Martinet is playing Jumpman on the
Yep,
arcade,
Jumpman
and
is a reference to Mario, and then
and
he's not Mario because he has like the original like color scheme where it's the reverse colors, where it's the red overalls with the blue undershirt.
is his name Oyram?
I don't know, but all I know is
It's
that
Mario
I.
backwards. That was the
But
joke.
wait, we gotta also we get the commercial with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show theme song and the Mario World capes.
Yes, the Mario World capes. That was like the coolest, like little touch. I was like, oh,
And
the best power up in all of Mario.
that is actually one of the pieces of merch from this movie that I own. I bought the van. I have a little like it like opens up and there are like warp pipes and stuff in it, like it's a little level, so it's like a little like I want to say like Polly
Oh, okay.
Pocket like thing, but I have it closed.
No,
I have their plumber van.
I mean, those do sound kind of neat.
Yeah. I want the giant Bowser. I really want the giant Bowser, but we had the Super Mario Bros. Super Show theme song, and I I lost it. I lost it. Now they already showed this. They showed that this was gonna be in the movie because on Super Bowl Sunday they released this commercial. Well, half of it. They didn't release the whole thing. And then they made a website where you could also call and Luigi would like leave you a voicemail, and it was really cool. On top of that, the reviews on the website factor into the movie. They were like a teaser for the movie because there are 3 reviews on their website. The one for the couple with the dog that you see in a little bit, one
The
from their
scary Francis.
mom. So you get 2 stars from the couple, you get 5 stars from their mom, and 1 star from Foreman Spike.
In spite of them leaving him.
Yeah, Spike is cool. Princess of Queens, Jump Dot Man, Dunna.
Another reference.
These guys showed up to tackle an emergency job. They showed up in no time, but as soon as they went underground to investigate, we didn't hear from them again. Bro's mom, the Mario brothers are the very best in the business. They're polite, professional, adorable, and treat me like family, says their mom. This is amazing. I knew about, and I think I like briefly looked at it, but like this is a cool little website. I want to call this.
Oh my gosh, you're just gonna get Luigi at the phone.
Shot of the day.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things in this scene is just Charles Martinet as not Mario, and they're like, "Oh, how we doing?" He's like, "You did wonderful, woohoo!" And he jumps.
And his character there is Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. Oh, that's his character name.
Yep. Looked it up. Mario Wiki.
Giuseppe.
At least if I'm saying it right for the Italian pronunciation.
But then we see one of the factors of this movie. Character-wise, they make Mario kind of a down on his luck, kind of viewed as like a loser type by everybody except Luigi.
Yeah, their car doesn't start, so Mario takes. Actually, Luigi is the pack mule with all the equipment and the tools as they go through the construction yard and platform array to the couple that gives them the 2-star. And
Yeah, where you said that dog looks like the dog from Up, and now I can't unsee it.
I made. I stuck. Well, I'm saying that dog's the devil at first because Luigi steps and cracks his bone, his precious bone. So when they're in there to do an easy fix for a leaky sink, a dog comes in, shuts the door, and yeah, it's a battle ensues. And a bunch of stuff gets broken. And eventually the dog goes out the window, but is saved because the Mario Bros. Used a plunger to save the dog.
That scene is the most non-Mario scene in the movie. Like, that's just wacky hijinks that you could see in any animated movie.
Yeah, because we haven't quite made it to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Holy frick, you guys! I just got a voicemail from
Oh
Luigi.
my gosh! I knew you went quiet to go call Luigi.
Hey, it's Luigi. He's wonderful.
Now, is it Charlie Day Luigi?
And see if he can come and clean my mansion.
Or is it Charles Martinet Luigi?
No, it's Charlie Day Luigi.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, he
alternate
mentions
universe
Luigi's
counterpart.
mansion in the voicemail.
No, he doesn't mention Luigi's mansion. He just mentions if you can clean your house or your apartment or your mansion, and he he puts a specific emphasis on mansion.
Reference.
Oh, error 404. They have an error 404 on the website though. Okay. Continue on.
So then we go back to Mario's house, and you see that Mario lives with his uncles. They were having family dinner. Mario
Big Italian
hates
family
mushrooms.
dinner.
Yep, Mario hates mushrooms.
Oh yeah, Mario hates mushrooms. He keeps giving it all to Luigi.
That was confusing to me, but it pays off, I guess.
But then you get his dad voiced by Charles Martinet.
Yep.
Who looks like, some people say he looks like Marin from Ocarina of Time, who is a Mario reference.
Wait, what?
Yes.
You saying the right character name? Because Marin's
Marin,
female.
Or Malin. Whoever the ranch owner is.
Talking about Talon.
Talon, yeah. Yeah, her dad.
Yeah.
Some people think that Mario's dad looks like him. Like he has this...
Yeah, Eric, because Talon and Malin are supposed to be like alternate takes on Mario and Luigi, I think.
Yeah, they're references.
Right? Talon the crier guy?
Oh, Talon is
the one who
well,
has
if we're
the
talking
mask that
Ocarina
cries.
of Time, Talon is the guy that you have to bring the blue cuckoo to wake up at Hyrule
Okay,
Castle.
Yeah. And Malin is daughter. Then who's the Luigi guy?
In Link's Awakening, there's similar versions to the Ocarina of Time. Alan and Marin and Terran, I think. I don't remember exactly. Haven't played that one as much.
Mario and Luigi are in the
Terran.
Ocarina.
Terran's his name in Link's Awakening.
Ingo.
Yeah,
Ingo,
but
that's
Ingo's evil, so I didn't really get the Luigi vibe from him. But
well, I mean, he's got green sleeves.
Yeah,
like
that's
Luigi.
true. And I know when you go see Zelda for the first time as Child Link, if you look at the stained glass windows, it's Mario and Peach. And it took me 6 playthroughs until I realized that.
Also, a quick little thing. When I was trying to figure out what his name was, I typed in Luigi Zelda, and then there's a whole bunch of articles talking about getting a mod so that you can have Luigi in Breath of the Wild and have Luigi pull out the Master
Oh
Sword.
my gosh, let's go.
I just think that's insanely funny, so hence why I'm sharing it. But so yeah, they got their whole family dinner thing, and is it Mario feels
Yeah.
down, right?
So he goes to his room. He plays some Kid Icarus.
Yeah, which was another Neato reference, and also like just the background of his room. I think there's a few like posters and stuff referencing other
Yeah, there's an
games and stuff.
Earthbound poster.
Wait, there's an Earthbound
I missed
poster?
it.
I didn't catch that. But
Yeah, there's an Earthbound poster, and there's a
I'll look this.
Yep. We got one guy going from memory, and the other one's doing his research.
yeah, there's an Earthbound poster. There's the fact that Mario's straight up playing Kid Icarus.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah, Kid Icarus on the NES, which that blew my mind. Also, did y'all know that it was thematically appropriate? Also, though, because he had just been called a failure by his dad. Everyone's saying that hey, he's bringing Luigi down, and when Luigi walks in, Pit dies, and it says "I'm finished." So that's cool, but yeah. But then they get a news report about flooding in the sewers, and I had to stop myself from screaming.
Because, as I said earlier, when we mentioned Brooklyn, this is the real life New Donk City, so of course Pauline is the mayor talking to
That
the
means Jump Up
reporters.
Superstar can be in the next movie. Do it. Do it, movie. The Cap Kingdom is in this movie. Or not the Cap Kingdom. The Cap Store is in this movie. The Sand Kingdom is in this movie. The wedding outfits are in this movie. Just do it. Do it. Put Jump Up Superstar in the movie. Just do it.
Alright, we lost Jesse for a little bit. He's too excited for the next upcoming movie.
Hey, I just did some research. Apparently, there is no Earthbound poster.
I lied to.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean
But
lied to?
apparently, Pikmin is
Yeah,
referenced,
there's Pikmin.
and also apparently someone found a Metroid Prime
Oh.
reference.
So
Interesting.
wait, so you said Pikmin's referenced? Do you
You told
think
me this
Miyamoto
yesterday,
rolled?
Jesse.
No. Do you think Miyamoto rolled down to the studio wearing his shirt because Pikmin 4 comes out later this year? He was just like,
Yeah.
He just shows him the shirt and he just goes, ah?
Of course, they gotta reference all other Nintendo brands.
Well,
Oh, okay, yeah. So when they're showing like the news report, like on the
Yeah.
TV, they like one of the things in the bottom says FS-176, which is a reference to one of the planets in like it's the FS-176 system that like Talon and Metroid Prime take place
Oh,
in.
okay.
oh,
I
wow,
missed
that
that as
is
a Metroid
subtle.
fan. That is so subtle.
That is super obscure. I know Mario. I mean, I know Metroid fairly well, and I want to pick
I
that
did
up.
it. I'm like, oh, that means something. I'm missing the reference. Keep watching.
I'm gonna find out what this Pikmin reference is too, by the way, because the luxury apartment Mario and Luigi work on has one of the most obscure NES games. Shoutouts. In the living room, a small glass Pikmin statue can be spotted on the right side of the frame after Mario and Luigi save the family dog.
Huh.
Oh,
So yeah, apparently it is.
I think I was too focused on
Oh,
getting
I see
past
it.
that scene because there were barely any references in it.
Dude, that's like this is my favorite thing about this movie. It's just the amount of blink and you'll miss it. Like every frame, it seems like there's something that is there, and I can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray or DVD or 4K or whatever. I'm going to be pausing it like nobody's business, going that noise exactly.
I'm not buying the movie at all. It's going to Peacock. I have Peacock until I get a Steel book release. Then I'll buy it. Because Sonic, I
What
have
do
a
you say,
Sonic
Chris?
Steelbook. I need a Mario one.
But where are we at? Where are we at in the pod?
It's
We're
flooded.
at
We
the
saw
sewer.
Pauline. They're on their way.
They go to figure out the pipe burst,
Yeah.
right?
And I mean,
Okay.
Mario
And
is
then
shown to be a genius of sorts because he can fix the issue right away. Or at least when they had to tame the dog earlier, they jump down the manhole, they swim through the sewers, they find the pressure valve that's causing the issue.
I think he's got a little bit of Sprixie in
Yeah.
him.
Well, his whole
Like,
character trait is that he
mean-
never gets up, no matter how much he gets knocked down.
Well, also
see
though
that
he
later,
has to
too.
have some Sprixie magic because Sprixies. Remember Sprixies from 3D World? They fixed the pipes, the clear pipes.
Oh,
Mario.
Yeah. Speaking of clear
whoa,
pipe,
man!
we'll get on that later.
You made me forget the because what after Ultra Smash, the Sprixies have never shown up like ever again.
They showed up in a Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury.
Okay, but that's
Does that
a
count?
remake.
I know that was the joke, sir. Thanks for explaining
Okay,
it.
well, Mario and Luigi get sucked in the pipe and they get separated.
Oh,
And then,
okay, so the pressure valve sends them through a wall, and then they find the pipe to get the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yep. And then Luigi lands in Bowser's territory and Mario lands in the Mushroom Kingdom and the Captain Toad music starts playing.
He's
So
got the backpack.
He's got the backpack. He does not have the headlamp, so I guess he's not calling himself Captain Toad yet.
well, I mean, he can't be a captain because he doesn't have a crew yet.
True.
Oh, so he's just Toad.
But in the Captain Toad game, it's Captain Toad and Toadette on the adventure. There's no crew. I mean, you see other Toads along the way, but it's just you with your backpack going across the courses. Can't jump.
Well, I mean, but it's the continuing adventures of Captain Toad.
True, because originally in Galaxy,
he has a crew.
At the crews in Galaxy.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I mean, because he has a crew. He gets his crew in Mario Galaxy, and Captain Toad is a sequel. To that, it takes place further in the timeline.
Yeah,
that makes sense, right? So he gets to keep his captain status for now. Oh yeah, he runs across Toad, who's most likely. I bet you in this next movie he'll be like Captain Toad. I hope that in the next movie that at least the one blue Toad who has the glasses shows up. I like him.
Well,
even though
the only point I didn't like about him is that I felt like Toadsworth was more of a point for that action, but I still like the nerdy Toad.
Wouldn't that be cool if in the next movie Toadsworth shows up and he's like,
I mean, I'm looking at all these Toads. I'm like, there's no Toadsworth and there's no Toadette. So there's hope. There's hope for the next one.
Okay, actually, how come that is a good point, Richard. How come to skip ahead a little bit to the Donkey Kong part? Like all of the Kongs are essentially referenced except for Linky.
Funky isn't there.
No, that's what I meant.
Not Linky. Not Linky.
Well, they do have the DK64 crew because they play the rap, but they keep on a loop of so as a DK chant. Which I understand, but I'm like, I want the actual rap. Give me the rap.
They get they all get referenced. Yet none of the important Toads really get referenced, like Toadette or Toadsworth. Ooh. Also, I just thought of a character that he should have shown up. He should I wonder how they could implement him. Egad.
Yeah.
I want to see Egad.
See, I want Daisy to show up, but one of the trends
went through a desert kingdom. It could have been Sarasaland, but there was no Daisy. So Maybe next one they find the other princess.
No, actually, I think that one was actually Tostarena
okay.
Desert,
That was
Okay, Sand
Tostarena
Kingdom from Odyssey. Okay.
which is like my favorite level in that game, or it's my favorite level track at least. I love that song.
So one of the things that I've been seeing on TikTok lately, and people have been really respectful about it, but there have been people who've been going to this movie dressed up, right?
Oh, you're Wario
Uh,
and Waluigi.
Yeah, like there's some people having fun, but there's this guy whose whole TikTok account is that him and his best friend dress up as Wario and Waluigi, and they see the movie, and you see them sitting at the credits, and they're like, "We weren't in it, we were in it," and then you just see the other guy going, "Where was Waluigi?" And they're like super upset, and then when they walk out of the movie theater, the guy's like, "Yeah, nah, not good, not good," and then the girl that was with them was like, I loved it. And then they're like, oh my gosh, yes, yeah, the movie's so good. Like they break out of character. And they do that. But that's something that also, to like side tangent, that I am loving. A lot of people are really united by this movie. Like, and I love the fact that we live in a world where Mario and Sonic both have good movies. Although I will say that Sonic is gonna have to step up his game in the music department after seeing this Mario movie.
Well, I mean, really, at this point, the third movie should just be filled with blink and you'll miss it kind of references, and they need it. Really, they need a Crush
Yes.
40 song.
Well, Sonic 2 had that because he did like the Adventure 1 pose, we had the Eggman outfit, we had the Genesis manual, we had Splash Hill Zone. They had references, but they need
more.
music now.
Or did that? They need more of those though, and music. They need both. They need to.
They need to stop playing it safe, is what you're saying. Because
yes, it's Sonic. He's
I
my
mean,
favorite.
if there's one thing that I'll say as a quick side thing that I have a prediction, Scott, you know there's one thing that they are going to 1,000,000% do in this movie, in this next Sonic movie. They are going to have Sonic and Shadow run at each other and then cross in front of the moon.
Oh yeah, that was
like
yes.
that.
Oh,
That because everybody loves that shot from the second movie of when Sonic and Knuckles are in the temple and then they're like face each other before they clash. Like so much so that that's the back of the steelbook.
I want the thing is too. That like if there's a Sonic movie or like if it goes the Sonic Adventure 2 route, I mean the Shadow and stuff, it would be the perfect opportunity to throw in Crush 40 and do Live and Learn.
Oh, also if they do Escape from the
I think
City.
I mean, yeah, there's also that. Oh yeah, oh dude, that would be so cool. Sonic was arrested, and then even like that one, they don't even necessarily need the lyrics. All you need is just him jumping out of a helicopter, and then just the intro riff, the
one thing that I want to see in the third movie is obviously because we have the emeralds, we're going to introduce Chaos Control and Chaos Spear. I want Shadow to say, "This is the ultimate," or Maria, I promise you, revenge.
No, there's one scene in particular that there needs to be, and it's, "I found you, faker. You're comparing yourself to me. You're not even good enough to be my. I'll make you eat those words." But this isn't a Sonic movie talk, Jesse. This is a Mario
for one of you
movie.
to get off the tangent. Alan's gonna ruin it.
We're gonna have to talk about the second Sonic.
No, I mean, I want to geek about Sonic too, but we're talking about Mario movie. We need to talk. We should do a Sonic 2 movie review, even though it's been a year or two since it came out.
Why not?
Boba Fett.
So we can gush about that too. What was that?
Anytime I hear why not, I instinctively say Wobba Fett.
Oh, see, I heard Boba Fett, and I'm like, I didn't know that you're a big Star Wars fan like that, Richard.
To reference the day, since you did say it's April, Star Wars Day is coming up.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. So
Yeah.
Mario meets Keegan Michael Key Toad, and I think performance wise he nailed Toad.
I had mixed reviews
See,
throughout the movie about him.
the whole time, I knew that it was Keegan Michael Keel, but I thought it was like he sounded so much like Kevin Hart, and I just couldn't get past that. I'm like, he sounds like Kevin Hart, but it's not Kevin Hart.
You know what? Let's address that. Voice acting wise, aside from, I wasn't the biggest fan of Cranky.
It's not what I would expect for Cranky, but it worked for this interpretation of Cranky, I think. I just think that he should have been more.
I think he should have
Putsy.
been more like disgruntled, because the Cranky I know is just like, I could have beaten this game.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. Yeah, he was too soft. He was too soft. He wasn't the Cranky that I
Yeah, he didn't
pictured.
really have a cane to beat
Maybe that's
Donkey
it.
Kong with.
I mean, it's kind of like Princess Peach isn't quite the same
True.
Princess Peach as in the games. Like she's got more of a feisty, fiery.
That's why I said
quality.
Super Princess Peach, because that's the only game I know that she's a playable character and she's got that fiery feistiness. She's off to save Mario in reverse role.
Hey, but I mean, sometimes she's angry, sometimes she cries, sometimes she's happy.
Like
they have some of that in the game.
No, I mean that I was referencing the game because
this Princess Peach is a little
the powers.
Anya Taylor-Joy, I think, did a really good job. This Princess Peach is, well, we'll get to her. First, we get Mario walking through the Mushroom Kingdom and Luigi walking through what's called the Badlands.
The Dark Lands. Don't make that the Lion King reference.
And that's where. And they had like little they kind of had the Luigi's Mansion motif a little bit in there. That was like one of the best parts because or one of my favorite like music things because I love that Luigi's Mansion theme so much. And also, Dry Bones were pretty cool too. They actually were kind of.
There's one reference that I wish they
too.
could have done though in this scene, because he's walking around in there, Dry Bones and stuff, right?
Yep.
I wish he could have went Mario. Yes, do the press X to Mario.
I was the one thing I was a little bit surprised with was that it was all just Dry Bones. I thought that like he would be like chased by the Dry Bones a little bit and then find a safe place and then like turn and then there would be a Boo.
Yeah, we didn't really see any Boos till later.
Yeah, we saw King Boo and that was it. We saw Sniffits. They had Shy Guys and Sniffits.
That's the other. I couldn't remember the other one. I knew it had something to do with sniffing.
I also wish that they had at least one tribal Shy Guy. We go
with the with the spear.
Like yeah, spear guys. Who originally showed up in Yoshi's Island, and then also have been in Paper Mario.
The henchman of Bowser's. He's got the big Koopa army, but you barely see any Goombas.
Yeah, I think there's only one or two scenes with Goombas.
I only recall it being in the prison.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Or I think like when he's having his big meeting and he fries one of the Koopas.
Yeah, there are Goombas there because he goes, Koopas, whatever you are, to the Spinies. But that is my favorite gag in the That is one of my favorite gags in the entire movie, where the Koopa is like, "What if she says no?" and Bowser just fries him. That was so perfect.
Yeah, wasn't that right after was that scene right after like Mario had his whole training
Yeah, so we'll
montage?
get back to that.
Yeah.
But so
Yeah,
yeah, so
we're jumping around.
Yeah.
Mario walks through the
So
Mushroom
yeah,
Kingdom. Get my
Toad
mom's.
starts going through the pipes.
Yes, Mario does not have fun with the clear pipes.
No, he does. He's like, "Oh, cool," and then he keeps smashing his face every turn and corner.
We get my mom's favorite reference in the entire movie, which is at the flea market, where he's like, "Oh, is this cartridge still gonna work?" And the guy is like, "Yeah, you might just need to blow into it a little bit."
But yeah, they eventually go through the town square thing,
Tons of
take
Mario
the
music.
pipes
You get the
to
Toad
the
House music from
castle.
Mario 3.
And then
Yeah, but they
we
get to the
get
castle
to
gates.
your princess is another castle.
Yeah, oh yeah, and then Toad
Yeah,
offers to cook him.
so he distracts him so Mario can get into the actual castle.
Yeah, I felt like
And
those
meanwhile,
two were a
Peach is in her.
reference.
I
They
couldn't
were
tell what
yellow
the
and
reference
blue. I
was.
felt like they were Buckenberry and a la Gold from New Super Mario Bros.
It might have been. I just the cooking part. I was slightly confused about because I felt like, is this a reference to
Could be
something?
Zelda.
Breath of the
But
Wild reference.
was there any time that a Toad cooked for someone in Super Mario
No,
RPG?
I think this
can't
was
recall.
just a much like the scene with the dog. They knew that this movie couldn't be 100% references, so they kept it at like a cool 85% references.
Well, I mean, like once you get to the Donkey Kong part, it's like just reference after
Yeah.
reference.
So they're still kind of easing you into the movie. You see that Peach is like Bowser's on his way here, which I think actually is a Paper Mario reference because Bowser's castle is flying.
Yeah, but he's had a flying castle
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Bowser.
Although
They
it
have the
is,
strategy meeting.
doesn't it have the hangy
No, it
spike
just has
balls?
an anchor.
Normally, I thought normally
I
it's
thought
got the hanging spike balls.
I, I thought in the movie it had the spike balls. Let's see, Bowser Castle movie. We'll see if there's a picture of it. It has chains and stuff hanging down from it. Um, but I can't see like a full. I don't. It might be it maybe it is a Paper Mario
Maybe we
reference,
actually have one. I don't have to wait for a
or at
certain
least has
character to
elements
show
of it.
up in the next movie.
I don't know. But yeah, like oh, let's see. Here's a whole in other the Mario. It appears as a floating volcano. Yeah, it might not be a Paper Mario. I don't know. I would have to watch it again. But yeah, they Mario meets with Princess Peach, and Princess Peach has him
Yeah,
do the
because
obstacle
he
course.
halts the strategic meeting. She's like, he's another human. They do exist, and then takes him out the back gate to show him how stellar she is at the obstacle course before we see the montage of him fail like 100 times, and then
Which leads to one of my favorite gags, which is when he's in slow motion and he goes, "It's a me." Or he's just-
Yeah, they act like they're gonna be in love, and then she like kicks him or
yeah,
slaps him or whatever.
oh, that's right, because he runs up, he sees her, he's like amazed by how she looks, and then she's like, who are you? Like,
Yeah. And then the obstacle course is just like Mario platforming. It's
I
like
would say
Kaizo
because it
Mario
has
almost.
fake piranha plants. It has uh
It's
her
got
Wait, what?
non-fire
platform.
fire bars.
Her platform has super crowns designed on it. Um,
Does that mean Bowsette is
For
confirmed?
Peach, it. I don't know.
I mean Bowsette for next movie confirmed. Let's do this. But the big, yeah, you get the train sequence. You get the holding out for a hero montage. And then it cuts to Bowser, where one of my favorite music Easter eggs shows up. Bowser's Fury.
Yeah, and that's my favorite.
Oh yeah,
My favorite
and it
one
should be at that
was
point where we get the only
that
reference
song.
to a Koopaling that I know of, because when he playing the piano, it says Beethoven von Ludwig.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. It's
so
Ludwig's
before we
piano.
continue, let's stop. What were y'all's initial
Or-
reactions when this scene popped up?
I was like, this is kind of
Yeah, I'm
cringe.
like, I get in the games and everything, he keeps kidnapping Princess Peach, and of course in Odyssey, he tries to go for the wedding. I don't know why this Bowser is
There's
all
actually been
infatuated with Peach.
has
Well, then again,
have have there
since
been
I spoke on There's No Toadettes for the Toads, it seems like Peach is the only female in the whole freaking movie. At least in Mushroom Kingdom and everything else related. That side of the universe.
I think that they're ambiguously gendered. They all look
Yeah,
the same.
at least Toadette stands out because she has pigtails and she's got pink.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? I was gonna make a joke too about are we sure that it wasn't that was Ludwig's piano and not Kooky Koopa's
Shut up!
piano?
I'm also
Shut
missing this
up!
reference.
That's a Super Mario Land 3
Yeah.
reference or whatever. The cartoon I
Uh-huh.
referenced earlier.
Figured as much.
Because in that one, like some of the Koopas have different names. Like Ludwig is Kooky
Okay,
Koopa.
Kooky. Ludwig is Kooky. Iggy is Chintzy. Lemmy and Larry are Kip and Cap. No, Larry is Chintzy. Lemmy and Iggy are Kip and Cap. Wendy is Cutie Pie Koopa. Roy is Bully. Morton is Big Mouth. I don't know why I know all of these by heart.
You've seen it way too much, is my guess.
I did. Well, the funny thing is that I had the Super Show DVDs and the Mario 3 DVD as a kid. So yes, I have seen them a ton. So that was that it's true. That's why when the Super Show theme song kicked on in the commercial, and the fact that Princess Toadstool from the Super Show is the lady in the commercial who's like, "Thank you, Mario Bros. The only thing you haven't drained is my bank account," and she's like, "What?" That's another instance of me being like, "Oh my gosh, they pulled this," but they have a cut scene. They cut a scene out of the movie. It was in the trailers.
You mean
Oh
a
really?
deleted scene?
I guess.
Uh, or what?
So there
What
was a
scene you
scene that they
referencing?
showed in the trailer at the Game Awards where when they are, walking through all of those kingdoms right before they stop and Peach shows off the fire flower. Um
Uh
there's a scene where they're walking on a bridge in the trailers, and in the scene they just walk by and they see the Cheep Cheeps jump, and it's very sweet. But in the trailer, a Cheep Cheep gets caught on Mario's face.
I remember that in the movie.
No, I don't remember that from the movie.
Mister, I can remember things photo accurately 3 years ago, but yet can't remember a movie you saw a few weeks ago.
I remembered that Mega Man X thing pretty.
Are Yeah, you do. Or I'll quick explain it. I told I was talking about one of our upcoming playthroughs that's gonna be published on YouTube, Mega Man X. Um, I told him about something, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember we were talking about this one thing." And then I'm like, "I don't remember this." And then I played through the video to that point, and yeah, he nailed it, like right on. And I'm like, I don't even remember that. But I honestly, I can't back up either one of you because I don't remember for sure
At least I think
if
they did.
if I remember it in the movie or not.
I need to watch the movie a second
But
time.
yeah, me
We
too.
should do that. We should go. But we should go to an AMC so I can see if I can procure that popcorn bucket.
I'm showing. I did search on YouTube, and there's a lot of posting of people saying that they did cut it out. But I thought I remembered seeing that.
Yo!
Maybe you just remember seeing it in the trailer.
Yo!
I thought Mario got hit, but in the little clip on YouTube I saw,
What was that?
Peach
What was
pulls
that
it
about
off
the
of.
memory? What was that? What?
Peach
What?
pulls the Cheep Cheep off of Mario, and then it gets lodged onto Toad. And that part I don't recall, but I remember. I thought I did at least of Mario getting smacked or something by a Cheep Cheep.
Uh, you could confirm it for sure by looking at. You just have to watch that video, find that part on the one that Benji posted in the group chat recently.
Okay.
No!
Like the one with the filter and that has it auto, or it has it what
It's like warbled.
vocoid, or yeah, but it's vocoded to the JoJo
Oh.
Part 5 theme, like the entire movie. So like anytime they talk, it's in that, or it
we're talking.
makes it sound
We're talking
like that
Jornal's
song.
part.
It's
Okay.
horrible. But so where do we leave? So Mario did the obstacle
Peach
course.
takes them on the adventure to the Jungle
Peaches.
Kingdom. Climb up the craggy mountain. They say, "What a sight!"
And then we get Bowser interrogate. Well, no, first we get Luigi before he's taken to Bowser. They use the baby Mario and baby Luigi models.
Oh yeah, and then there's also Peach talking about when she
That was
arrived,
cool.
her earliest memory. Yeah,
And
and
she's
she gives a
baby
pacifier
Peach?
to a Toad.
Yeah, she took the pacifier out. I didn't even know she could do that.
Do you think the next movie
I
will
hope
be
so.
Yoshi's Island?
I like to see Yoshi's.
It'll be Mario, Princess Peach, and Luigi reminiscing about their past and realizing that they were kidnapped when they were being brought with the stork, and Kamek and his toadies kidnapped them, and then they had to ride on the back of a
Scott.
Yoshi and
Scott,
defeat baby Bowser.
you don't even know if
What?
they show a flashback and they played that lullaby, and then you see the stork and you see just the shot of Mario and Luigi's parents' hands holding them up, like at the end of I Will Cry. I'm already kind of welling up thinking about it because
And Raphael the Raven will show up, and then they'll flash back later to the second time that they got kidnapped from the stork. And then what? Don't they get delivered to the home? But then they get delivered to the wrong home. And then
we
they
don't
have
talk
the
about
stork
Yoshi's New
returns them.
Island.
And then they get kidnapped
Yoshi's
again.
New Island is not canon. That game does not exist. That all Kazoo soundtrack is no.
I think it's not Jesse canon, but it's still actuality.
We don't talk about the fact that the stork brought them
Jesse,
to the wrong house. I am still
Jesse, it is real. I know for a fact because I re-downloaded it on my 3DS the other day, so it is real.
I
deny it.
I am debating when the next time because last time we went retro hunting, you were the one who was hauling. I only got like 2 things, but 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 that's because my 2 things were like high end items. But I am debating on adding that to the collection or not. Part of me wants to, part of me wants to not. Part of me would rather purchase Yoshi's gravitational pole, or as it's known in the US, Yoshi Topsy Turvy.
Ooh. Is that the Game Boy?
No, that's the Game Boy one.
That's the
The
DS
DS
right?
one is Touch and Go, which one of our local retro stores does have a
Oh.
copy of that I almost picked up.
I downloaded
They
it.
How much is
I
it?
believe they wanted 15 for it.
Oh, okay, that's reasonable. I'll probably get it the next time we go there. Maybe.
I love
Maybe.
but
So they go through they go through the different level things, right? And then go to the flower forest, the clearing. Then they
yes,
go to Donkey Kong,
in
right?
between that we have the piano scene, we have Bowser crushing Kamek's fingers on the piano lid.
Oh yeah, and telling him you can't open it back up because Pain's a good teacher.
Jack Black
Something like
did really good as Bowser. You could tell that he loved being Bowser and that he loved doing it, but you have that scene of him interrogating Luigi by ripping his mustache, and you get one of my other
plucking
favorite
the hair.
plucking the
Luigi still
hair.
has a mustache afterwards.
Yes, but he's like, so wait, your brother's with the princess? Is he somebody princesses would like? And I love how Luigi's like, if they have good taste, then they yes. that killed me.
So was that during the big party, or was that after
That was after the big party.
or before the big party? Okay. So then, yeah, Mario sees Peach take a fire flower, and then they go to the Donkey
Lots
Kong
of
place,
cards.
which
I was
cool.
just sad that there's no actual DK
it was,
Mountain reference, or at least I didn't pick it up.
Or yeah, I was kind of hoping, or like thinking about it. It's disappointing there's no DK Summit reference. It's like one of the best Mario Kart levels.
You did
in
do
the
a lot of
series.
double dashing.
Yeah, dude, they didn't have a double dash reference
Well,
either.
I mean, in the one, I don't know which Kong it is, but it's like a sciencey
cool.
Kong, or I don't know. He's got golden hair. Takes them to Cranky. I felt like
with a
maybe
Ramby
double dash
car.
but they have a sidecar. And also, when they're later on the Rainbow Road.
Wait, was that a Ramby car?
DK and Mario are paired up.
Yeah,
there might be a little double dash.
Yeah, there's like golden Ramby insignias on the car.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't notice that.
And then they play Take on Me, and then they show up to Cranky, and Cranky's like, "Hey, if you wanna fight me, or if you want my army, you gotta fight my son." And then we get the DK rap, which this is.
No, you don't. You get the DK rap on a loop that's only DK chant.
Which
it's just the DK chorus.
But the other thing about this is that this is one of the biggest points of contention for this movie for people. Because Grant Kirkhope was not credited for this.
I mean, they didn't credit a lot of people for certain things.
Yes.
But Kenneth James doesn't get credited for one of the Bowser growls. They didn't credit certain other characters for certain voice acting tidbits that we have yet to mention, but Yoshi's.
I think this applies to video games. I don't know so much about movies, but just recently they set up a requirement now with video games that credits have to be readily accessible, and any person who worked on the game, even if it's a remake, has to be credited, because Metroid Prime, among other like recent games, Metroid Prime the remake didn't didn't credit some of the original developers at Retro Studios that worked on the original Metroid Prime. So maybe that might play a factor into the movies too a little bit, where it's like you have to reference everybody. I don't know, but I just think that was an interesting thing that I wanted to add in.
I mean, it's just fair to.
But But yeah, the DK rep,
Yeah,
it
I was
gets
just sad
referenced
because
at least.
like they started it, and then I was just in my head playing the whole rap, but they only did the chorus part.
The leader of the bunch. You
But
know him well.
Heck,
He's
kick
finally
some
back
tail.
to kick
But at
some
least
tail.
during that whole scene, they did
Uh,
showcase the other DK crew members.
Even Chunky.
Until Cranky tells Diddy to be quiet.
That made me happy.
I-
That made because we got Dixie, we got Chunky, but the fact that they're already establishing that Diddy is very similar to Luigi, that he has like all of this admiration for Donkey Kong. I I think that's really sweet. But then we get Donkey Kong with Seth Rogen, and what did you two think about him?
I'm also mixed about DK throughout the movie.
What about you, Scott?
what did I think of the Seth Rogen as DK? Is that your question?
What do you think of Seth
What's your
Rogen
question?
as Donkey Kong?
That's why I asked you. You didn't respond right away. So, I thought he was pretty good. I'm not even a Seth Rogen fan.
I think Seth Rogen is good casting for Donkey Kong. Of course, he did the I can't even do it. The Seth Rogen laugh. He did it a couple times.
I won't argue against it. It's just certain actions, just like with the Toad that would be Captain Toad. I'm just like, some of it didn't feel like DK or Toad to me, or how the actions played out. And like when it came to Bowser, I'm like, facial expressions? I don't think Bowser's face should contort that way. But that's kind of just where my brain's with searching of the characters go.
I'm going on my own rabbit hole because Lanky Kong is
Monkey or
in
Lanky?
the movie. Lanky Kong is the only
Monkey
Kong
or
not
Lanky?
referenced. Or well, actually, Lanky and then Donkey
Well, the
Kong
thing
Jr.
is that they skipped Donkey Kong Jr. because Donkey Kong is supposed to be Cranky's grandson.
Yeah, so that means Donkey
I'm
Kong needs
confused.
his
Well,
dad.
it's Cranky now.
Isn't in some iterations Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. grew up to be Donkey Kong?
No, Donkey Kong Jr. is Donkey's father.
Wait, what?
So Cranky's the original Donkey Kong from the arcade game. Then Donkey Kong Jr., his son. Donkey Kong, whenever Donkey Kong Country and stuff all got established, Cranky Kong was always established as the original, and Donkey is always his grandson.
Actually, no. Donkey Kong Jr. is a Kong character that debuted in Donkey Kong Jr. as the titular hero. In the events of the game, he has to rescue his father, Donkey Kong, from Mario. And not Donkey and when you go to the Donkey Kong, it's Donkey Kong with the necktie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not
Cranky Kong is the arcade game one.
Yeah, you're saying Donkey Kong is Cranky's grandson. That's not the case here.
But in the Donkey Kong Country games, that's what they say. The one with the necktie is his grandson.
Donkey Kong debuted in thing.
Unless
He's
the
the main
Donkey Kong
antagonist.
that is DK Jr.'s father is missing and DK Jr. became new Donkey Kong, then the grandson-grandfather relationship would make sense.
Why is Donkey Kong lore deeper than we expected?
Yeah, it's confusing. What about Cranky Kong? I'm on the wiki. We're getting to the bottom of this.
I mean, are they going to
Is
show us
Cranky.
Wrinkly Kong? Or are they going to show us Cranky's deceased wife?
Yes. The nice thing is at least we know Chunky's not dead.
Oh,
wow.
yeah. I'm so glad that he's not.
No, I mean, Jesse, to get my reference.
I got it right away.
I got it too.
Okay. Good. There we go. I stole that. Someone on Reddit said the same thing. So I stole it. I'm
plagiarized.
I'm unoriginal. Okay. In the game, he resides in a cabin to give Donkey and Diddy advice. Donkey Kong character. I'm on a different wiki now. I'm
Ah,
on the Mario wiki, not the Super Mario wiki or whatever. Oh wait, so enemies, family. Diddy Kong is his nephew. Cranky Kong is his grandfather. Wrinkly Kong is his grandmother. Candy Kong is his girlfriend. Donkey Kong Jr. is his father. Funky Kong is a relative, possible brother. Okay,
I'm
now I'm
saying.
all confused. He's this. So Donkey Kong Jr. is the son of classic Donkey Kong, who debuted in the name of this. So Donkey Kong Jr. is Cranky Kong,
What?
but then Donkey Kong Jr. is a video game.
So is the Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. who Junior's supposed to save the
But
Donkey
then
Kong that
Donkey
becomes
Kong
cranky?
Jr.
Yes.
He is the son
Which
of the
is
original
cranky.
Donkey Kong, which is Cranky. Okay. Yeah, there is some inconsistency there. Like one wiki says
How
one thing
deep
and the
is
other
the
says a
DK
different.
lore?
Oh,
I think the Mario timeline is more
so is
confusing
it to
than
say
Zelda.
No.
that Seth Rogen voiced Donkey Kong Jr. or to voice Donkey Kong? Because it depends on which wiki we
Yeah,
reference.
that's the crazy thing. Because he's like,
Okay, my mind is
And
breaking.
I
So let's
believe
just.
I understand
So
the Zelda
yeah, Mario,
timeline.
yeah.
Cat
So
Mario
there's
Which
the
shows
made
mini
me
up.
want to see
mushroom.
Mouser. I wanted to see Mouser, but we didn't see Bowser with power ups. Spoiler.
I was kind of hoping for
They're
Meowser
probably
too, to be
saving.
honest.
They don't want to play their whole hand. They have a plethora of references and music.
Dude, they have. The thing is, they have so many things that they could do. They could do
Oh, you
Mario
mean like
Land as a
Wario?
storyline where Mario goes. No, Mario Land, the original one with
Tanga.
Yeah.
Sarasa Land and Princess Daisy. They could do Mario Land 2, where he goes into a giant robot Bob of himself and has to collect 6 coins to
If
go to
they really wanted
Wario.
to, they could even
Beat
do
him
the
up.
RPGs and introduce someone like Cacletta.
Yes, Cacletta would be awesome.
Uh,
Shadow Peach you could
um,
do.
I wonder if Square Enix will
You
sign off
could
on them
do
showing Gino.
Bowser getting the Star
oh,
Rod. Yo, dude, they could do Bowser gets the Star Rod, and then at the end of the movie, uh, like Mario gets his superstar or something, punches Bowser, and as Bowser lets go of the thing, it goes into space and ends up on a planet far away called Dreamland,
and
Dreamstar,
then
Popstar.
and then you see Kirby, even though he doesn't have
Kirby movie.
hands, holding King DDD by the shirt and punching him aggressively over a piece of cake. Like, and it just.
I don't.
No, I
I don't
want
want grim
Kirby
dark Kirby,
being
sir.
like, I wanted to open with DDD eating Kirby's cake, and then Kirby just Rambos up, and like,
But yeah, so then
they
Mario
played the
fights
Donkey
Donkey
Kong
Kong in the
arcade
arena,
music. They play the
and it's a whole big old
da,
yeah, it's
da,
a whole reference
da,
to
da.
the
um.
Donkey
They
Kong
have the mini mushroom.
thing.
They have one of my favorite
Yeah,
gags again, where DK punch. I would say that DK's punch. Would you say that he does some of his Smash Bros moves?
yeah. I not necessarily verbatim, but
Because I thought he did the windmill
they seem very
punch.
similar.
But But
He
yeah,
might have.
I do love the
I
bit
don't
where he
remember.
uppercuts Mario, and he goes. You see Mario and Peach is like, use the power bumps, and he's like, it's a me. He's just like so disorienting.
I mean, he's been.
But he gets cat.
Yeah,
He
he
beats
does.
him with the cat one, right?
Mario can take a beating,
Okay,
that's for
yeah.
sure.
And then they go to
That was
Donkey
cool
Kong's
because
house from the
I
Returns
like.
games.
Yeah, and he's got
He has his
his
hammock, and
hammock.
he throws a barrel. He throws
He's
barrels
eating bananas.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh, but then yeah, they end up getting the
in the
the
carts.
monkey army and then then it
Even
becomes
the
Mario
cart
Kart 8
customization, they did the
on
dials.
Rainbow Road.
I just don't understand why the Toad gets the
Yeah, I
monster
thought
truck.
Because he made
Peach
it.
gets the motorcycle, Mario gets the
outfit.
standard cart, and then here's Toad with the monster truck. I'm like, why, dude?
I'm also going to be incredibly nitpicky real quick. Princess Peach's bike costume is completely wrong and miscolored, and it should have been
Fair enough.
different. Because she has a good bike outfit in the Mario Kart games.
They done messed up.
Yeah, they did. See, here, biker, Peach biker. Yeah, in this movie, I, am I? Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was pink with white accents, but no, it looks like it might be actually. Maybe I'm wrong. It's white with pink
Oh,
accents.
okay.
It's actually
With
accurate.
the
Memories.
biker outfit.
So forget
Ah.
I said anything. I'm wrong. But yeah, everybody gets trashed in the Mario Kart, and then Donkey Kong and Mario fall into the sea and get swallowed by Mario 64's
but
Oh, okay,
first-
Unagi.
I thought that was a Sunshine reference to Nokia Bay.
I mean, it is because they're a reference to the Unagi from
But
Super Mario
in the
64.
Mario Kart sequence, we get an action sequence, we get carts, we get Mario Kart
Or-
Double Dash music, but we also get this one Koopa.
Wait,
Yeah, the
was there
Rainbow
Double
Road.
Dash
Rainbow
music?
Road from Double Dash when they're pulling up.
Is that? Are you,
Yes.
that was that one specifically? Because I thought it was a reference
I
to
think they played
the
both.
SNES one.
I looked into it. There are apparently
Okay,
over
I'll look it up.
180 music references in this movie. That being said, one other big thing. There's a Koopa who hates Mario and Donkey Kong. It turns into the blue shell.
Okay, so I've done a little digging for you, Scott, and there is some nuanced differences between MK8 and the movie costume. One to be there's no peak stripe line going from the shoulder down to the gloves for movie. There's a few differences. I mean, it is still the white with the pink accents.
Okay, yo, you could buy the Mario movie. They have like a vinyl, they have a CD, and you
Oh,
could get it on
cassette coming back.
cassette.
Yeah, cassettes have been coming
What the
back lately.
frick?
Like
Why
recently,
cassette?
Fangamer has been making cassettes of like indie game soundtracks, like Celeste and stuff like that.
Or I mean, I'm on this website called
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
8
how I
Bit,
got
and they
Stray
have it
for
on there.
physical.
Kitty game.
Yep.
Kitty game. But oh my gosh,
uh,
this movie is so good. I still can't believe that Jack Black wrote an original song. They put it in the movie, and then he filmed a live action music video of him singing Peaches while dressed